Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Friday, and we're ending the week with a little flashback back to the 70s. New wave, punk rock, call it what you like. Some music from artists in the Stiff Records category. Stiff Records had signed a lot of great artists back at this time. I mean, we had Ian Drury, we had Elvis Costello, Nick Lowe, and today's artist, Wreckless Eric. Now, you may not know Wreckless Eric, but I'm sure you know his tune. The big hit, I'm going to say, for him was I Go the Whole Wide World. It shows up on TV. It shows up in movies. In Canada here, just this last summer or spring, it's part of a TV commercial they've included it. I mean, this song just keeps on going. And first time I heard it was in the Will Ferrell movie Stranger Than Fiction. They featured it. And by the time the movie was over, I was on the computer already doing a digital download of Wreckless Eric. I mean, it really was a tune that really connected with me. And that style, like I say, what they were putting out on Stiff Records at the end of the 70s was something I really enjoyed. Now, this one, I didn't pick up one of his regular albums because, as you know, if I'm only going to buy one from an artist, it's either going to be concert or greatest hits. So this one is a greatest hits album called Greatest Stiffs. And top tune, Whole Wide World. Just excellent. Give you some idea what else was on there. Maybe some of the names will seem familiar to you. Reconnaît Chérie, Semaphore Signals, Take the Cash, a pop song, Personal Hygiene, Tonight is My Night, Hit and Miss Judy, Walking on the Surface of the Moon, Veronica, Let's Go to the Pictures, Waxworks, Broken Doll, Excuse Me, It'll Soon Be the Weekend, Strange Towns, I Wish It Would Rain, Out of the Blue, Grown Up, and Final Taxi. Yeah, maybe not a lot of those songs register, right? To me, the one I knew was Whole Wide World, but that style of music and what he plays on here is so indicative of that new wave punk era music that was coming out in the late 70s. And it was just a fun album. And again, it speaks to the era. It is a sound of the times. Now, strange thing is, Wreckless Eric is still performing. I mean, this is back in the mid-70s, late 70s. He's still out there doing concerts. Now, he wasn't working through a big agent. I was on his website just recently, and I think he's got a concert coming up later this month in Rochester, New York. But he said he really books everything himself. He doesn't go through an agency. He books the things, and up until when COVID hit a couple of years ago, he was on the road constantly. So he's still out there going. Again, is this a guy that had a lot of hits? I only recognize the one tune, but the music lives on. And again, it comes down to the performance, it comes down to the truthfulness of the artist, it comes down to what connects with the people. And after all these years, there's Wreckless Eric still out on the road and going. Now, if you haven't had a chance to check him out, or even this song, if you pull it up, I'm sure it's going to sound familiar to you. It's certainly on the streaming networks, hard copies. Maybe you're lucky to pick one up somewhere, right? You never know. Always keep checking those discount bins and checking the yard sales, rummage sales, secondhand stores. He wasn't the household name that people like Elvis Costello became, or Nick Lowe, or even Ian Drury and the Blockheads. Some people would recognize that. Wreckless Eric, I didn't feel in my circle was as well known as those artists were. But listening to it, some of the songs are so iconic and so unique from that era that they really are worth checking out. So if you get a chance, kick off your weekend with some fun music from the mid to late 70s. The emergence of new wave and punk, Wreckless Eric. Okay, that's it for this week. Another week down. Boy, October's flying by. Everybody have a great weekend. Take care, stay safe, look out for each other. I'll see you on Monday.